yo, live on the set. I'm your host, Brother Jeremiah with Real Talk Radio LLC. Where our talk is always real.
Very simple answer to one question. Do you hate all white people?
I don't think it's a fair question. The white man doesn't even come into my attitude. Mr. Muhammad teaches us to love our own kind and let the white man take care of himself. For a white man today, sir, after kidnapping millions of black people from Africa, stripping them of all human characteristics and relegating them to the role of cattle or animals, commodities, merchandise that could be bought and sold at will. And then 100 years since the Emancipation Proclamation, using every type of deceptive method to further us into slavery, called second-class citizenship, I think that it would take a whole lot of nerve for white people today to ask Negroes, do they hate me?
Yo, live on the set. I'm your host, Brother Jeremiah with Real Talk Radio LLC, where our talk is always real.
All right. So that's where Real Talk Radio came into play. The LLC part of it was added when I realized that I can actually convert the business into a government by utilizing my LLC attached with Real Talk Radio. So it became Real Talk Radio LLC after doing a diligent work on taking control over the media, utilizing the same services that was provided, yet allowing it to work in a real way. And if that's challenging for those to understand, okay, I want you to have this idea. I want you to see something.
Okay.
So the government currently runs the media. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that's where you're going to have to do your diligent research. I can break that down for everyone. Yet that's more of a class, not a sit over the table type of conversation.
Right.
I can actually break it down for the people so that they can see it.
I said passe to you.
Okay.
Could you please have your sergeant to come by, please?
I will.
Why you all mad? You all maddened. Didn't Super Bowl 2018 teach you the only way you'll beat patriotism is if you're willing to lose to their ego? Why you want to play for them? America ain't no team player. New Orleans ain't seen no Saints doing Katrina. In Detroit, they lying to the people. Because you can't get a win when you're the Browns, whether in Cleveland or LA. They'll charge us wherever we touch down. When you realize your blood is royal, bleeding purple, they'll ask what you raving about. You get to speaking like a panther, you'll see Hawks, and in Oakland, they'll be raiding your house. See the racists rolling coats. So giant, you Tennessee Titans bolt from their power. Like your revolution is a cardinal sin. These cowboys will always pack us in coffins. You got to be faster than a Bengal or a Jaguar just to pay your bills. These descendant of Vikings want to see you rammed until you killed. We expect them to play the 50 and they still 49ers. And you can't say nothing no matter how many dead children Chicago Bears. But because you my son, you too falcon to have your wings clipped. But because you my son, you too falcon to have your wings clipped. Yo buck when they buccaneer, meaning the lies they'll try to pirate your rights with, you'll fight with. They'll say, slavery and genocide you must forget, but always remember when New York got hit with the Jets.
All the main hip-hop stars were rapping conscious. So there was the Brand Nubians, it was the Poor Righteous Teachers, it was Ice Cube, it was Arrested Development, it was X-Clan, it was Queen Latifah. Black was in. So whenever the enemy seen that, wait a minute, this is not just some mumbo jumbo over top of some stolen instrumentals from jazz beats. This hip hop thing really has sway over people and can shape and mold public opinion. They can create a revolution with this rap. So they seen that as the dominant artist had an alliance with consciousness and the nation, they seen a transformation taking place among black people. Black people wasn't eating no pork. X caps everywhere, African medallions everywhere, brother and sister. Everybody was talking about struggle, freedom, independence, doing for self. And they knew that they couldn't allow that to remain in existence. So they hijacked conscious, inserted gangster. Now you got drill and selling dope, womanizing and abusing, and verbal pornography is the new style of music now. Why? Because they know music is the most effective teacher on the planet. There ain't nothing more effective of teaching than music. The minister said this. He said, one good rap song is worth more than 1,000 of my speeches.
Use culture.
You need to have water, you need to have a radio on batteries, and you need to have a flashlight on batteries to make sure that you can survive the first 36 hours. Things like that. That's simple things. But it starts there. The realization that not everything is plannable, not everything is going to be honky-dory in the next 20 years. I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. And that's why we have the plans. That's why we are preparing for a conflict with Russia and the terror groups, if it comes to it, if they attack us. We're not seeking any conflict. But if they attack us, we have to be ready.
You found a cure for cancer? I didn't come up with it. A couple of eggheads I hired did. One of them's a Chinese. Boy, I don't like those people. But holy crap, wind them up and watch them go. How long have you had this? I don't know. When was that Who Let the Dogs Out song? You've had this since 1999? You know when Who Let the Dogs Out came out? It's a song about dogs and letting them out. I could have you arrested for breaking in here. Carter, you've discovered the holy grail of modern medicine. Why the hell would you keep it buried like this? I'll tell you why. Because there's far more money to be made in treating a disease than in curing it. Why cure someone of cancer in a day if we can treat them for a lifetime and bill them every step along the way? What? That's insane! Carter, what you're doing here is criminal, and I'm going to tell the whole world about it. Is that right? Who's going to believe you? The internet? You'll be just another nutjob left-wing blogger.
The flag is drenched with our blood. Because you see, so many of our ancestors was killed because we have never accepted slavery. We had to live on it, but we've never wanted it. So we know that this flag is drenched with our blood. So what the young people are saying now, give us a chance to be young men, respected as a man. As we know, this country was built on the black backs of black people across this country. And if we don't have it, you ain't gonna have it either, because we gonna tear it up. That's what they saying. And people ought to understand that. I don't see why they don't understand that. They know what they've done to us. All across this country, they know what they've done to us.
The problem exists because white people think they're better than black people, and they want to oppress us, and they want us to allow ourselves to be oppressed. I can't solve the problem. You guys pull the strings that close schools. You guys draw the boundaries that keep our kids restricted to the ghetto. You guys write up the restrictive covenants that keep us out of houses. So it's up to you to talk to your brothers and your sisters and persuade them that they have a responsibility. We've assumed ours for over 400 years, and we're tired of this kind of stuff now. We're not going to suffer patiently anymore. No more turning the other cheek, no more blessing our enemies, no more praying for those who despitefully use us. We're going to show you that we've learned the lessons you've taught us. We've studied your history, and you did not take over this country by singing "We Shall Overcome." You did not gain control of the world like you have it now by dealing fairly with a man and keeping your word. You're treaty breakers, you're liars, you're thieves, you rape entire continents and races of people. Then you wonder why these very people don't have any confidence or trust in you. Your religion means nothing. Your law is a farce, and we see it every day. You demonstrated it, and you couldn't walk around and talk to people, stand up in your pulpit on Sunday and preach nice little songs and say, now we're going to give thanks to the Lord for he is good and old Jesus be among us. As far as we're concerned, your Jesus is contaminated, just like everything else you tried to force upon us is contaminated.
0511. Now step outside.